What is going on, fam? This is Brandon Epstein from the Jump Rope Dudes. Yes, officially the Jump Rope Dudes, because it's 2018 and Jump Rope Dudes is now official. So thank you so much for checking out this video, and today we're just gonna kind of hold ourselves in integrity with doing the stuff that we told you we wanted to do. In our video we released a few days ago, we said, you know what? We felt like we got out of integrity with making stuff that we really cared about. So today's video is stuff that I care about. I think we've been able to accomplish a lot of our goals in 2017, and now we're putting in even better systems for our business and for our lives for 2018. And I was like, I want to share this with our community. I want you guys to know how we chunk down goals so you have this template and you can use it for yourself. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is your mindset. Of course, this is where it all starts and this is where it all ends. This is the most important thing. And a lot of people think that, you know, I need the right information or the right tactics. No, it all starts between the ears. So first thing, what you need to do if you want to achieve anything, whether it's like getting six-pack abs or making $1 million or whatever you want for yourself, you have to embrace the growth. All right, just a warning, my handwriting is probably like top 10 worst in the world, so bear with me. So we have the growth mindset versus the fixed mindset. Now, this is something that psychologist Carol Dweck talks about. Cool book. It's called Mindset. Definitely check that out if you're interested in this stuff. But basically, this is what we see all the time. People talk to us about wanting to achieve goals and they get really hyped on them, but then they have a hard time understanding how they can go from where they are right now to where they want to be. And basically like an old version of themselves has to die to get to the new version of themselves. And that only happens by embracing a growth mindset. You see, most people live in the fixed mindset and they believe that, you know what, because it's the way it is right now, this is how it's going to be in the future, and I'm just kind of stuck here. And because the people around me think this way, or because I've thought this way my whole life, like this is my reality. Nah, forget that. The fixed mindset is a guaranteed way to not achieve your dreams, not achieve your goals, not live the life you want. You need to open your mind and believe that anything is possible, okay? So this is the first step. It's just having the belief that maybe you don't know the exact action steps that need to happen for you to achieve your goals, but it is possible. And I know that seems like very elementary. Yeah, of course you have to believe it's possible. But a lot of people don't embrace this. They don't understand how important it is to really just believe that this is a possibility, that you can actually achieve whatever it is you want in your mind. If you can picture it up here, then you can create it in the physical reality. So you need to embrace the growth mindset, and once you do that, then we can talk about next steps. So if you don't have that down yet, you can stop watching this video right now, because I'm gonna give you some actual action steps to take to achieve whatever goals, dreams you have for yourself, but it's not gonna be helpful for you unless you embrace the growth mindset right now and you embrace the fact that it is possible. All right, moving on here. I'm doing this on the fly, guys. So I want to take you through a little bit of a goal setting exercise here. And I just did this for myself for 2018. Shout out to my wife, because she helped me put a new little twist on it that I really liked. And here it is. A lot of people have these grandiose goals that they set for themselves that are kind of unrealistic, right? So if you're 200 pounds overweight, your goal shouldn't be this year I'm gonna get six-pack abs. That's silly. Don't shoot for that. Chunk it down, make it realistic so it becomes more compelling and you can actually put action steps and systems in place to achieve what you want. So let's start here. Goals. And again, this is gonna be very messy, but I think you guys can read it. You see what's going on here. So we're gonna have goals and we're gonna have things to change. So I'm just gonna put change here. And we're gonna have desires. Now again, if you wanna keep doing what you've done in the past, that's cool. If you want a new template, that's what I'm gonna give you right now. And I hope that you like it and you embrace it. Now, what you could do is break down every part of your life and say, you know, what do I want in my relationships? What do I want in my health and my fitness? What do I want with money? What do I want with my professional life? You could do that, But again, I think so many people try to take on so much and they overestimate what they can do in a year and they underestimate what they could do in like 10 years. Like you can have everything you want, just chunk it down, take it step by step. So for this exercise right here, I want you to choose two different things, okay? We're gonna put two different categories. The first category is going to be your fitness, because this is a fitness channel, so I'm assuming you have some fitness goals you wanna achieve. And this is just gonna be called life, okay? For me this year, actually, like a lot of my fitness goals I've achieved. Like I'm really happy with my health right now. So I kind of took my health goals and I put them into life, and really I focused on jump rope dudes as like my column for fitness here. But because this is a fitness channel, I wanted to make this like the second thing that's important, because it'll probably be most relevant to you and whatever goals you set for yourself. So when you set goals, what I want you to do is make sure you're setting them for yourself, right? You have to go through this visualization in your mind and put yourself there mentally and achieve that goal in your mind and see how it feels. Because if you achieve a goal that you think you want but you don't actually want, it's actually something that like it's someone else's goal and that you just convinced yourself that you thought that'd be cool if you achieved that, well, you're gonna like be one of those people that, you know, is sitting there with $1 million and is still unhappy because you didn't actually achieve what you wanted. So be clear on what you want and have an understanding of the emotional experience that's gonna give you when you get there. So let's start with goals. We are gonna chunk these down to 2 to 3 goals max, okay? So I'm gonna use an example of anyone. I'm just gonna say this is someone in the community and their goal is to lose let's say 20 pounds in 2018. Okay, well I guess it's implied it's 2018, right? That's the whole point of this video. Okay, so their goal is to lose 20 pounds, right? And the reason why we say 20 pounds and we don't just say to look better is because you need to be able to track it. You need to be able to, I'm gonna talk about this later on, you need to be able to have like a spreadsheet and be like, okay, in week 1 of 2018, I lost 1 pound. That means I'm 19 pounds away from my goal. So this is very actionable. You can see and you can really measure that you can lose 20 pounds. But if you say something like, oh, I just wanna feel better. When you just say things like that are so open-ended, it's really hard to create that reality because you can't objectively measure it very well. So I'm going to talk about that in desires. It's more of an area where it's not going to be as measurable, but for goals, we always want it to be something that you can measure and you can track. So fitness, first goal, let's say it's lose 20 pounds. And let's say second goal is to be able to do 100 double unders. That says double unders, okay? 100 double unders and let's say straight, okay? So these are your 2 fitness goals, and I'm just saying this, seeing this is a jump rope channel, so it's easy for me to relate this back to weight loss and relate it back to jump rope. So if you wanted to do 100 double unders, again, you would break it out into a spreadsheet and you'd say, okay, well week 1, I'm gonna shoot for doing, maybe you can't do 1 right now. And the goal is to do 1 double under. Maybe by week 2, you can do 2 in a row. And you can see you break this out, and by doing that and giving yourself 52 weeks of tracking week by week, you're gonna be much more likely to achieve your goal. All right. Let's look at this for life really quick. Let's say your life goal is to have, let's say, $100,000 in your bank account by the end of 2018. That's actually a very measurable thing. Again, you can put together strategies around like building wealth, and maybe that's you're getting a job that it pays you more, or maybe you're, whatever you're doing, okay, you can chunk it down and it's measurable. That's a certain amount of money and you either achieve the goal or you don't. And you know what? It doesn't matter where you're at. Like this could be $10,000 in your bank. It could be $1,000 in your bank. It really doesn't matter what that number is. I just want it to be realistic for you and whatever your goals are. So, and again, it doesn't have to be money either. It can be anything, but this is an example. And I could show you guys after this, if you want, I could do a follow-up video and show you what I put for mine. But there you go. So life goals, and then another one could be, actually I will put one of my life goals is compete in boxing. And I also put compete in boxing, amateur boxing in my personal goals, and I put it down as compete with my peak potential reach. So like at my absolute peak performance, I go in there and I compete in the ring. So this is very actionable as well, right? You can actually put a date on the calendar, find a competition or something you want to do in your life, and you could say, I'm gonna do it on this day, and then you can go execute on it. Like there's nothing to hold you back. So see, the important thing about the goals is they're things that are measurable, they're things that you can actually do and track and make sure that you can achieve. They're not things like, I wanna feel better, or or something that's not realistic, like I want $1 billion this year. You get the gist. Okay, so the second section here is change. A lot of reasons why you haven't achieved your goals is because you need to change things that are currently in your life. So for you, that could be, one of the things you could change for fitness is, let's say, no food after 9 p.m. You guys are going to destroy me in the comments because of my handwriting, aren't you? No food after 9 p.m. A lot of people, they have issues with binge eating, especially late at night. You're watching TV, whatever, you go on autopilot, you're really tired from the day, and you eat a ton. Well, a change could be you just close your eating window. And so we always talk about intermittent fasting. A way to do this is like, okay, you only eat from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. and you do intermittent fasting that way. It's basically what I do in my life. So that's a great change that you can make. Another one could be is you could go, maybe right now you kind of are sporadic with your workouts. If you go on vacation or if you're traveling or whatever, you miss workouts. Make sure that you do five times workouts a week. Don't you judge me. 5 workouts a week, all right? And so that's something you're changing. Maybe right now you're doing 1 or 2 a week, and you're holding yourself accountable to doing 5 a week. And you can see here, how does this feed into this? Well, these are positive actions in your life that are gonna change, that are gonna lead back to you reaching your goals. And again, I really only want you guys to have like 2, maybe 3 goals in each of these areas, and so we can chunk them down more easily. Because you have tons of goals, you only have so much time, you only have so much energy, you can't focus on everything all at once. So life, change, so maybe like a change could be like you have a monthly budget and you stick to it. Yeah, so you stick to your monthly budget so you can actually start to put away money so the year ends and you actually have money in your bank account and you've been able to save. And a change, and again, this doesn't have to directly relate to what your goals are. It could just be a change you want in your life. So for a change in your life, it could be, you know what, I want to spend more time with family. I know this is illegible, so you're just gonna have to listen to me say this. Spend more time with family, and this could be like, actually make it actionable as well. Like say, okay, well, if I don't live near my family, I'm gonna call them at least once a week, or some kind of action item attached to that, right? Sweet, awesome. So desires, and you know what I'm gonna do for you guys? I'm actually gonna write down for you at the end of this video what mine are, because I'm sure that's interesting for you to see like what are my goals, like what do I want to do, and maybe that will give you more ideas for you, because I'm trying to do these on the fly. But I don't know how relevant they are. Maybe they're super relevant, maybe not. So desires. A desire is something that's more subjective. So like a desire could be like feel comfortable, feel comfy without shirt. So feeling comfortable without your shirt on, right? Like there's no way to really track that. That's just something you're gonna experience yourself. But maybe you reach some of your fitness goals. That's gonna be a lot more realistic for you. So desires could be feel comfortable without your shirt for your fitness. And another desire could be, whatever it is for you. I'm just gonna keep it at that for now. Next up, it got really dark in here. Next up, we've got monthly, we got life and we got desires. So a life desire could be like, for me actually, it was like experience more flow. Flow is an optimal state of being where I'm sure you've experienced before during jump rope, where like you're freestyle or you're doing a workout and everything disappears except for the present moment. You're completely immersed in the present and you're performing your best. And like if you were consciously aware of how you're performing, you probably wouldn't have been able to perform that well. And the reason being is because you kind of shift from the conscious to the unconscious. And so everything you're doing is almost automated. So experiencing more flow, yes, it's more subjective, like we can't actually measure flow, but it could be something that you just want more in your life. And so that's something that's really important to me. I want that whether I'm, hanging out with my wife or having an awesome conversation, having some sex, I don't know, anything. Or if I'm like boxing, I want to feel like I'm in flow and like nothing else exists except for what's going on in that moment. I let go of all self-consciousness. Flow shows up everywhere, guys, or during my jump rope freestyle. So this is the gist of it, okay? And you know what, guys? I said I was gonna do this, but I don't know if I'm gonna put mine on here because I don't want this to become a super long video. It's already pretty long. This is more of an experimentation here because we told you guys we wanted to make more personal content. And so this is a way for you chunking down your own goals. And I don't wanna ramble too much. I just want you to get this concept and then be able to take the next steps from here, which essentially are looking at your goals, creating like a Google spreadsheet or an Excel spreadsheet, putting your goals in there and tracking them every day and actually writing down what actions are you gonna take every day to achieve this. So, an action for losing 20 pounds would be, well, every day did you, or maybe 5 days a week, did you eat in a calorie deficit and hit your macronutrient distribution? If you did that, you're doing the thing for losing 20 pounds. And so this is where doing the thing comes into play, right? We can have all these grandiose goals, we have all these things we want for our life, but if we don't do the thing on a consistent basis, none of this will ever happen. So you chunk it down by doing the thing, and you decide what that doing the thing is for each one of these goals. So obviously you guys know at this point, to lose 20 pounds, you need to eat in a calorie deficit, get the right macronutrient distribution, and you need to move your body at least like 5 times a week, right? Ideally. So for you, doing the thing to do that would be, are you working out 5 times a week? Are you in a calorie deficit 5 times a week? 5 to 6. And then if you know on a week-to-week basis, if you're tracking it, if you're doing the thing, you're gonna achieve the goal. If you don't do the thing, you won't achieve the goal. But it's that simple. Same thing goes for double unders. Well, the only way you're gonna get better at double unders is if you do the thing for double unders, which is you do the practice. So it could be, you could assign yourself the task of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you do double under practice for 15 minutes where, you watch a tutorial, you try to work on your form, and then you try to stick as many double unders together as you can with the goal of systematically trying to improve a little bit more each time so you can get to 100. And this works for life, this works for everything. At the end of the day, you guys, you have to do the thing if you want the results. I hope this was a helpful video. If it was, let us know in the comments. We're gonna keep on trying to make content that we think is relevant for your life because it's been relevant for our lives. Thanks so much for watching. Do the thing. Watch the videos on the screen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, guys.